Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm back here with some Slashdiablo gameplay. And, yeah, I actually got my, I don't want to say well-deserved, but, I'd like to think sort of well-earned break in some ways. Yeah, while I was gone. I'll talk a little bit about that later, because I want to do my recap now. But I actually got to... Hey, Seth, what's up, dude? Hey, welcome back. Yo, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I grinded out like 50 hours during the weekend, so I figured that a day off from the grind would be a good call. And honestly, yeah, I think it was really the right call. And I'm actually really glad that you're here, Seth. Are you playing today, by the way? Are you on right now? I'm actually really glad that you're on, because as fate would have it, I'll fill you in on a little bit of what I was up to yesterday, because, well, let me actually do my build recap first, and then I can tell you what I was up to yesterday. It involves League and Druids, okay? Like, I know you're, I know that you're familiar with both, so, yeah, let me get right to the recap for the build first, for once, and then I'm gonna get started on the actual gameplay. You were on for about 2 hours, but just ate some brunch. Okay, maybe we can get some runs in together. Yeah, sorry I couldn't hop on earlier. I'll be on. Okay, yeah. I was knee deep in theory crafting last night, so I ended up actually going to bed a lot later than I meant to. So, yeah, I'm actually quite excited to share some of my findings with you as we go into today's stream. So, this is my build. This is the Battle Mage Sorceress. I really like that name for it. I think I'm gonna stick with it for now, Battle Mage. But at yeah. So I am back on Slash. And yeah, I actually really do like this name for my sorceress. Later on, I will be turning her into... I keep calling it the Dual Dream Bear Sorc, but I haven't actually finalized what my, certain details about the build, in particular the weapon. So for now, I'm just going to refer to it as... Well, and I had a couple twists for it. So yeah, for now, I'm just going to refer to it as the Aura Sorc. Yeah, I'm going to call it the Aura Sorc for now. And later I'll figure out, I'll finalize the details. Like, I was talking about how I wanted my weapon to be Beast, but I'm actually kind of tempted to, give Plague or Kingslayer a shot. Because, again, originally this was supposed to be a Kingslayer Sorceress. So, yeah, that's like some thoughts that I have. And, well, we'll see how things go. So this is my Battle Mage Sorceress. I made a significant amount of progress on the build so far, I would say. The last time I played, I was mainly focused on trying to grind out characters so that I could eventually run their forges. I don't really have much wealth right now, so I'm kind of scraping by with what I have. I still owe Ko a pull. Oh, shit. What is this? Yes, I do need a 3 fire circ. Yeah, so actually there were a few things that came up. Yeah, there were a few things that came up earlier, like yesterday, basically. Zivko, I believe, found a demon machine, and Sherm found a 3 fire skill circlet. So maybe taking a day to just kind of chill might have been the right call, because now I can actually play my build with some of the other things that I wanted to have going into today's stream. So I'm actually really excited for that. Alright, so let me grab the fire circlet, and then I can go over the recap, and then I also need to yoink something from Zivko too. Alright. Yeah, wait, no, sorry, this was, there was, okay, so I talked to Sherm, I think it was... Here, let me just find something real quick. I asked... Sure. Sorry, I forgot to ask. You ISO anything? Yeah, because I remember... Sorry, it was Toast who messaged me yesterday. I'm getting my like getting names mixed up right now. There were so Zivko I think mentioned he had Demon Machine. So yeah, Infinity Base. Ah. Yeah, anything else, or is that it? Just that for now? Oh well. Alright. Hey, Zivko. Oh, shit, you got, so Razor Tail and Rising Sun, I can borrow... I could borrow the... I mean, I could take the Rising Sun if you don't need it. I don't know if it's better than the one that I'm currently wearing. I don't know if there's some modifiers on it that I need. Maybe I'll go into your game and collect those real quick from you. Razor Tail. Oh, shit. This is gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah. Where are you at? JK11, alright. Quite befitting. We are just kidding, after all. Ooh, there you are. Excellent. Ah. Ooh, nice. Thank you for these. Let me actually... Okay, you're running Jalal's, so probably don't need anything from me. Yeah, I don't have enough amulets. Otherwise, if I had like a +3 elemental skills or something, I could have... Oh, you have an Arachnid Sash already. Okay. And, Spirit Ward? Do you want me to hook you up Q-Bug Duriel? Q-Bug Duriel to drop Duriel Shell. Love. Oh, from Arachnid Sash. Yeah. Yeah, no, Q-Bug Duriel is sort of crazy. Hey, you will switch to Fury? I see. Do you want me to toss you a Monarch by any chance? I have a spare Monarch, if you'd like. As soon as I get one Essence of Destruction. You got a few? Okay. Well, how, do you want to try running some Bales together in a little bit then, maybe? That works out for the both of us, because I can get some levels, and, you know, we can try to roll for your thing. Also, I have Questbug Bale available in 30-ish minutes. Oh, that would be perfect. Okay, cool. That gives me some time to sort out my own equipment, too, so, yeah. Alright. Sun's still tormenting us? Okay, cool. No problem. Alright. Well, let me know. We can get started when you're ready. And then hopefully even if Seth can join us too, then that would be excellent because he's playing Bobarb, so the three of us I think can handle it together. Alright, cool. So yeah, going back to my little recap of the last little bit, so yeah, end of last stream, this is kind of what my character looked like, okay? I did, you know, empty out my stash. So I'm sitting very pretty at 100, or enough strength to wear my highest strength requirement item right now, that is the Spirit Monarch. I have enough dexterity to wear my highest dex requirement item, which is Kingslayer and a Phase Blade. And then I dumped like a bunch of points into Vitality, or pretty much the rest of my points in my Vitality, so that I could reach, well, and I basically reached like over 600 life as a result of this, although I'm mostly relying on Clay Golem to tank for me anyway. Clay Golem and my Merc. And no points into energy. Although with Spirit I do have a pretty substantial amount. So that's for my stats. As for my skills, I have maxed out Enchant with its synergies, Warmth, and a Fire Mastery. So yeah, this is boosting up my fire damage on Enchant very nicely. Then on Lightning skill tree, I have 1 point Static Field, Telekinesis, Teleport. Those are self-explanatory. And then I maxed out Lightning Mastery so that any source of Lightning Mastery I have, or any source of lightning damage I have, will drastically increase my damage, right? Like, this is before I chant. You can see here I'm going from 800 damage all the way up to 2675 just with this stick alone. This is my anti-fire immune weapon, basically. And it has served me very well so far. As for everything, well, as for my other points, I have 1 point in Frost Nova and Cold Mastery for crowd control, and then I have Frozen Armor to... Yes, 420, indeed. 420 Blaze It, I know. I couldn't think of a more, like, a better stick than that. Too bad I can't, like, pump it up any higher. It would be nice to get, like, a +2 Sorc skill levels, like 3 Fire Mastery, but, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, alright, and then my, well, here I have, Frozen Armor with a bunch of points into it, so if I cast it, my defense goes up a lot higher, making it very difficult for monsters to hit me, and thus increasing my survivability by a significant margin. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of the build, the Battle Mage Sorceress, as I like to call her. I currently am wearing Insight in a Cryptic Axe at the moment. I have a Duriel's Shell, or non-Eth Cryptic Axe. I have Duriel's Shell with a Ral Rune into it for Fire Res and cannot be frozen. And then I have my Undead Crown for life stolen per hit. And then on hand, I'm currently wearing a Sigyn's Visor and Sigyn's Gloves. And then also, like, this is for attack rating and fire resist in my helm, and then IAS on my gloves. My belt and my boots are Sorceress's. This combination of two pieces gives me a substantial amount of attack rating. So yeah, that's a huge help. And then my rings are... Well, one of them is resistances, the other one is a Ravenfrost for cannot be frozen. I made some significant upgrades. Oh, and I also have a +3 Fire Skills Amulet too. I made some pretty significant progress yesterday. Last stream I got the +3 Fire Skills Amulet and the Ravenfrost, I believe. Oh, I self-found the Ravenfrost, and then I think somebody gave me Fire Skills Amulet. I don't remember... Sorry, I said that Zivko had a demon machine. I meant that I think he had a razor tail for me. Level 3 set on an 87 character. Let's go. Hey man, I told you before, okay? Modern problems require modern solutions. And, well, I mean, I need attack rating, so, you know, what can you do, really? Anyway, but, yeah, so that's sort of the situation right now. So yeah, those are my pieces, and then I have Stone Runeward. This is for Clay Golem charges. This is for FHR defense, like a ton of defense, resistances, and Clay Golem charges, which has helped me tank a lot of monsters. And yeah, right now I'm currently rocking this orb. Hexfire would give me more damage overall because it would be +3 to enchant, along with +3 to fire mastery. However, this wand also comes with 1 to 420. Yeah, 1 to 420 Blaze It lightning damage. So it's a pretty nice weapon to whack stuff with too. And then I have also the Spirit Monarch as my shield, and then Demon Machine on switch for ranged targets. So, with that said, I am going to actually make some adjustments to my gear, now that, well, I can afford to do so. Alright, I'm just going to sub out my gloves, or my helm, sorry. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. I could actually have, like, a pre-buff setup. I think that's what I'll do for the time being. I want to actually see this build in its full capacity before I start making some sacrifices, I guess. So what do I mean when I say full capacity? Well, I can have this and this. Mage Fists. And, okay, so this is... This is my full... Like, if I want to pre-buff, then this is the very best setup I can do. Rising Sun comes with Replenish Life, absorbs fire damage. Okay, maybe that'll... Actually, this might be perfect for Trev. But it also has, adds 24 to 48 fire damage. I don't know how much damage that really contributes here, though. Here, let me see. If I put this on... it's like a marginal upgrade. Although it does give me, like, plenty of absorbs fire damage, too. So, yeah, something to think about, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, so this is, right now, the very highest amount of plus skills that I can manage. I also... Need to get some fire skillers, I believe, from Toast. Yeah, but I think he's offline right now. Or I said some fire skillers. He has one, I believe, so I'm gonna grab that when I can. So this is kind of my build right now, if I champ myself. Yeah, and then in my inventory I also have a whole bunch of lightning small charms, which don't seem really all that, you know, they're not all that crazy, but when you factor in that I also have lightning mastery, these actually do 4 times the damage that are listed on here. So top end, like, you know, let's just say on average these are like 30 lightning damage each, so times 4, 120 for 6 of these. I'm getting like 720 lightning damage per hit just by my small charms alone. Plus, if I use this orb, I am also getting another 420 times 4. So I'm getting like 1600 from this and 700 from my inventory. So a huge amount of damage. Look at that. I'm hitting for like 9.3k, and this is before I get Dual Dreams. Yeah, and in the future, something I was actually thinking about, the very best pre-buff weapon I could possibly get would actually be to get, like for my build, I'd actually want a white Sork Orb, like a Jared Stone, that has +3 enchant and +3 fire mastery and +3 lightning mastery. Now that's basically impossible to find, but I mean even like a +3 enchant Jared Stone would be pretty insane, because I could Larzik that. And then with 3 sockets, I could actually roll Plague Runeward into it. I totally didn't even think about that before, that yeah, if I find a +3 enchant orb, I could get Plague Runeward to try to roll for an additional +2 skills that would make +5, and then I could also use it to... I could also like start whacking stuff with it, which would be kind of unusual for a Sork, but if I myself get hit, it would also trigger lower resist. So that would be kind of crazy. So many Sorks this season getting Jaws in CS. Oh, actually, is everyone gearing for All Cows Day? I think so, yeah. I mean, everyone's just gearing, period, but I think that All Cows Day would have something to do with that as well. So, yeah, that's the build as it stands right now. I don't think I've forgotten everything. I'm feeling a lot better than the last stream, like the last time I started to stream. Feeling pretty energized right now. This is gonna probably be like a 6-hour stream or so. Well, yeah, I mean, I just started it. Not 6 hours, sorry, 5-hour stream, roughly, in total. So, yeah, let's get into it, and let's see if we can have some fun here. So, yeah, I'm gonna start off by pre-buffing myself, and also gonna summon my Clay Golem. I'm going to give this a spin. Now, I mean, I already did some demo runs with this Demon Machine the last time I did my stream. I showed it without Razortail, but now I can kind of show it with Razortail. Hopefully this will be a little bit, well, this will be a bit more interesting, I guess. I may have to sub out Hisaruses, though, I admit. There we go. There's going to be a little bit of pre-buffing. Well, that's okay, I mean, gotta do what I gotta do, you know? So, this is good. Let's get the show on the road. So, I am going to, right, Maggot Lair. I wanted to actually get, like, this build is actually pretty solid for Maggot Lair. Now I have a like 99% Pierce chance too, so let's actually see how this goes. Hey, Fine Takes, what's up, dude? Hope you're having a great day. Fine Takes wrote, what you doing, did I hear Theorycraft? Yes, I did. So I wanted to actually have a chance to talk about that. I don't know if, oh, shit, I teleported right into that pack, I wasn't paying attention. Seth, are you around at all? I wanted to discuss, like, this would actually be perfect perfect timing for me to kind of talk about what exactly I was theorycrafting. So, to kind of fill you guys in on what... So, for context, Zivko, I think you probably showed up after I had mentioned this. I took, like, you know, I was, like, gone, like, MIA the last day or two because I was taking a bit of a breather away from, well, from gaming on Slash. I mean, I streamed, like, 50 hours of Slash in the last couple days. But that's not to say that I took a break from D2. I actually, well, or League for that matter. Well, I'll talk about League later when Seth gets here. But with regards to Diablo 2, I actually had a stroke of inspiration. I came up with a couple of new builds. Among them, I actually was trying to do some tinkering with the Windy Druid, funny enough. Yes, a lot of theory crafting. I spent, like, many hours, like, testing a lot of different possibilities for that. And yeah, you guys can also see currently in game. You're all ears. Excellent. Oh, you're still here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys can actually see, by the way, the how my run is going so far. Like, this is with 100% pierce chance and the insane amount of extra fire damage I've gotten. Like, this is what my build is capable of now. Okay, I really gotta adjust my filter when I get a chance. This is what my build is now capable of. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell these. Yeah, this is now what my build is capable of. I'm hitting for 4.6k, wait, sorry, 6.5k explosion damage. I don't know if that's quite right. I mean, it is the Lang character screen after all. But yeah, I mean, I've drastically increased the amount of fire damage I have. And I also have 100% pierce chance now, so my ranged attacks are much much more powerful than they are before. Right. So yeah, that's the situation. So with regards to all ears, and also Seth is here. Yeah, so I was actually doing trying to find a way to make some improvements on what Windy Druid is capable of. And I actually went through a couple, well, I shouldn't say a couple yeah, I'd say I went through a couple iterations. Basically, I've been trying to figure out if there is a way to really pump up the Windy Druid's capabilities and higher player counts. Now I'm gonna lay it out straight. Windy Druid just completely shits on anything P1. Like, it's brutal. Like, it's actually insane just how freaking how nutty Windy Druid is for that. And I'm not even talking about Nados either. I'm talking about just straight up, they can, like, a Windy Druid can just straight up, like, pop Hurricane and then just run around and then, like, clear everything. Oh shit. Whoa. I don't even know how I'm taking charged bolts damage in this case. I definitely need more lightning resist for this, but anyway, besides the point. Anyway, yeah, so in, like, Players 1 is pretty easy, for Windy Druid, right? But, so, you know, I could, like, just abuse, Hurricane to clear all that. The real struggle begins when I try to figure out what happens in higher player counts. And so, something I tried was first Lawbringer, because I wanted to use Sanctuary Aura, yeah, I wanted to use Sanctuary Aura to ignore the immunities of monsters. Like, the main reason I realize why most monsters don't go down very quickly is because a lot of monsters are immune, like, not immune, but resistant to physical damage. And the only reliable way to take out like resistances is to actually throw on Reaper's Toll, right? And there's actually, you know, I remember the season I played with Deucecrim. Him and I were like I was trying to theory craft. You know, I was trying to theory craft a way to make his druid, like, much stronger, and, you know, it's kind of a shame. That was like what, 7 years ago, I think? I was not as knowledgeable a theory crafter now as I was back then, so now I actually have a couple other tricks up my sleeve that I considered. So one of the things I tried yesterday is to self-wield Infinity. So Reaper's Toll on the Mercenary as usual, but then I also run Infinity by myself. So then you get best of both worlds. You can yourself have Infinity, like, you lose out on a little bit of NATO damage, but you actually then gain Infinity. Yeah, you actually gain Infinity. And then on your switch, like, I mean, the switch that I was tinkering around with was a 6/5, like a 6 cold faceted with 5/5s, of course, like Crystal Sword, and then like a 4/5/5 cold faceted Monarch, right? So yeah, I have that on switch to, like, and then I activate Hurricane using that hand. And then I switch over, And then I switch over to Infinity, and I start teleporting with Infinity. I mean, I just operate under the assumption that I get pre-buffed by a Bobarb in this case. So yeah, that's kind of the build I was playing around with. But I didn't actually think it was doing as much damage as it should, so I went back to the drawing board. And let's see. So there were other ideas I came up with. I actually tried running... Oh shit, I might actually die here. Let's see. What else did I try running? I actually tried running self-wheeled spell steal a while ago. That one didn't quite pan out so well. Too many casts that I had to do regularly. And then I actually tried to up it up a notch. And one of the ideas I had was running Lacerator. I don't know if you've ever tried that before, but in some cases, like, you could try lacerating monsters, and then following it up with NATOs. That one was a pretty insane one for me. Like, the outcome of that, like, Lacerator Windy Druid is actually kind of insane. Yeah, like, there's like a couple different setups I tried for that. But then I tried some other ideas too. I actually tried playing around with revive charges because, you know, big shout out to Ite. Ite, well, I mean, I think I played around with this even before Ite brought it up, but one of the things that Ite mentioned is that you can actually use it... Oh, bow and crossbow skills for Amazon only. One of the things you can do is use Eternity. The Eternity rune word allows you to get revive charges, right? So you can revive... You can actually try to revive like a succubus from Act 5 Icy Cellar or Act 5 Frozen River, and then use that to go around and give you amp, basically. But that's with Eternity. So, hey, Limzor, what's up, dude? Did you get my message by any chance? Yeah, you called me... Yup, okay, cool, cool. Let me actually just check. I guess you didn't reply then. Hold on a second. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, cool, cool. I'll let you reply when you get a chance, but... I'm gonna keep talking here. So to fill you in on what we were doing, Limzor, I was actually telling people that yesterday, I did two things yesterday when I wasn't streaming. The first thing was the first thing I did was I was actually doing some theory crafting on League, but I'm guessing that, I mean, the only person who would care about that was Green Cable, so I'm not going to really discuss that in great detail. The other thing I did was I was doing a lot of theory crafting. I came up with like a couple of new like a handful of new builds actually. Some of them are like variations of existing ones I have, and other ones are very like, oh wow, damn, that was like a full maggot layer clear. Okay, wow, that was easy. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of the builds that I came up with are perhaps rehashes of ones that I've already done. Some of them are kind of like new, but like a little weird. But either way, I had this like stroke of inspiration. I was just like hammering out builds. I was just pumping it. Like, I was a build factory yesterday. Build factory, and also I was not only theory crafting for future seasons, but I was also theory crafting for Windy Druid. Like, I had a stroke of inspiration. Like, some of my builds were trying to, like, I was actually trying to come up with ways to abuse amplify damage. And then the idea of actually running that on a NATO druid came to mind, and so yeah, that's kind of where my my mind took me to yesterday. It took me to all sorts of fun new places, but I guess the big one is that, yeah, I was basically like, hold on, let me put these back on, put this here, put this, I think this is fine, yeah. So yeah, it took me to all sorts of fun places, but Indeed, as a result of all my crazy theory crafting, I basically devised like some new ways to play Windy Druid. It kind of gets me hyped for the next time I play Windy. Actually, in fact, I'm considering if I have time later this season, I might actually make a Windy Druid as a personal pet project. But I'm actually going to be playing that Windy Druid like off stream maybe. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I just need to have a chance to make a Windy. Maybe I will actually start making a level 40 Windy Druid, and, like, because I need the forges anyway for this character. All right, I'm still trying to farm for wealth, and I think that that's the. It's not the most interesting way to do it, but right now it is the most fastest. It's the fastest way for me to farm wealth for items that are relevant. So, while I am an Enchantzorc, I'm kind of tempted to just start abusing the shit out of my chant and just pumping out new characters. But yeah, that's oh, Troll Nest, nice. But yeah, that's that's a work in progress. But yeah, going back to the Windy Druid though. So basically, been playing around with some amplify options. There's Lacerator. There's Eternity. So with Eternity, you can basically go around reviving Succubi. And then it kind of got me thinking, like, well, hold on a second. I mean, why do I need to have Eternity? Like, Eternity needs Burn, sir. But let's say you're not there yet, right? Like, what other options do you have? And then the thought occurred to me. What if you played a Windy Druid, but then you main-handed Harmony as your weapon? So this is kind of where my line of thinking sort of got me. Basically having CTA on Switch so that you can self BO yourself, and then you can also like switch over to your main hand, which would be a Harmony bow, and then go and revive some Succubi. And that is a much bigger increase than any like Hodo or any like, because you're basically going to be running like plus skills equipment, right? But you don't need to do that. But you don't actually need to do that with Harmony, right? Like you actually get so much more damage out of having a source of amp. So yeah, I actually want to play around with that. I want to play around with the possibility of running Harmony as my main hand weapon in hopes of oh wow, running out. In hopes of like getting amplify damage and thus boosting my damage like crazy. And it's the funny thing is, there's a lot of monsters in the game with like a damage resistance stat of like 50%. So like council members have 50% DR. Bale and Diablo, well, no, so I think Diablo has a 45% DR, but basically 50% DR, you know? Most of the Uber bosses have like 50% DR, I think, or something silly like that. So a lot of monsters in the game, oh yeah, Undead too. Undead inherently pretty much have 50% DR. And that kind of got me thinking, I'm like, okay, so basically even having one Succubus is like tripling your damage. It's like a 3 times damage multiplier just off that alone, right? So yeah, in the future, if I do make a Druid, I might actually run Harmony so that I can get I can actually get Sirens for amplify damage. If I'm playing on a player count greater than 1. If I'm playing on a player count lower than 1, then yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a point. And then at that point, I can get my Mercenary to run to self-wield Insight rather than Reaper's Toll. So yeah, that's kind of the crazy theory crafting I had. I know it doesn't sound all that groundbreaking, like when I say it out loud. I would rather show it, to be honest, because it's kind of like a big deal. Oh, there's one other thing I should point out too, by the way. Wave 5 of Bale has, what are those monsters called? Minions of Destruction, okay? And Minions of Destruction are actually, I think there's a 75 physical resistance. I could be wrong about that one. Well, either way, yeah. I mean, I know ghosts for sure have, or souls in Throne Room have 90% physical resistance, so, you know, like, that's like an 11x damage increase. Zivko says, I hate them. Hate who? Like, you talk about Windy Druid. Windy Druid, I still don't have a way to, like, target your NATOs. Unless you, like, teleport right next to them. Like, that would be pretty much the only way, really. I don't know, maybe I should run Defiance Smirk. Something to think about. Or even Doom. Defiance with Doom. Dominions of Destruction, I kite them outside. Yeah, that's kind of a... That is a tough one. It's true. And they can't be affected by CC curses either. But actually, incidentally, it turns out that's actually a really good thing for the... Well, there's actually some ways that can be abused, it turns out. So, for example, you remember how I was talking about Lacerator, Lacerator on a Windy Druid earlier, right? Lacerator, one of the big problems with it is that sometimes you will... cause hit, like, it has causes monster to flee. So if you land a successful hit as a Windy, or as a, like, with Lacerator, you would normally cause most monsters to flee, which is the opposite of what you want a lot, like, most of the time, right? But, Wave 5 is immune to that. Oh, shit. Wow. What a circlet. Level 2 teleport? Interesting. Anyway, yeah. So, kiting them outside. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Truly, that does. It seems like a very... Well, yeah, that seems like a very wise strategy. Wow, this is actually pretty sweet. What about Grimoire? No, Grimoire doesn't affect them either. They're completely immune to all sorts of AI altering effects. Like, picture bosses. You know how boss monsters can't be affected? They can't be affected by curses, like AI altering status effects, but they can be frozen though. That's their main weakness. They can be frozen and they can also be stunned. Yeah, so for example, as a druid, I can actually shockwave them. As a barbarian, I can use Warcry, like, you know, I can sing at them and then they will die. Wow, that was like a 7.5 minute run while I was like only half paying attention. 7.5 minute run for all 3 levels of Maggot Lair? I'm actually kind of impressed by how well this build can operate now that I have Demon Machine. This is actually pretty sweet. I actually really like this method of leveling too, so I'll probably stick with it. 35 life, nice but no cigar. I don't think anyone will need it. This is, I think, a max roll on Ancient Armor, so I'll keep it. Alright, cool. I'm liking this. This is pretty good. +2 lightning skills for Sork. Okay, let me mule my stuff off. This is pretty good. But I will probably retire some of my equipment, though. I think that I don't really need all this stuff right now. I have way too much stuff on hand, and I can actually improve my setup if the goal is to farm Maggot Lair. So I'm going to do that until it comes time to actually run, like, bales. Then I'll adjust my gear again. But I don't know. It seems very tedious to have to keep switching gear, but I actually really enjoy it. I feel kind of like Batman in a way, you know? Where Batman has to figure out what to prep ahead of time, or like Geralt or something, Geralt of Rivia from Witcher, where he's like, he has to do the research on what he's farming first, and then he goes in and actually fights them, once he knows exactly what he needs to bring to the fight. So, kind of a weird analogy, but that's sort of the one way to look at it, I guess, so that it's not just all doom and gloom whenever I'm messing around with this character. Alright, there we go. So Grimoire does not affect them, Zivko. But Stun does, so Warcry and Shockwave. And then there's one other one. Oh yeah, Freezing. They can also be affected by chills. So things like Doom, Holy Freeze, Freezing Arrow. Right? I said Doom, like Doom rune word. All of those actually work. Oh, and also they are of course also affected by Slow's Target. I think just about every monster in the game is affected by Slow's Target, meaning that Clay Golem also works on them very handily. So yeah. Hey, ZZ, day 5, halfway to 99. Nah, man, I haven't really made much progress since my last stream. I haven't made any progress since my last stream, and I'm at level 87. Actually here, let me take a look at where I'm at now on the ladder. I mean, I know, hey, there we go. There's like a big gap between me and the people who are like in the 90s, but yeah, I mean, you know, like these, I mean, all these guys are Sorks. They're basically all just spamming Blizz and seal glitching. If I was playing a build that was a little bit tougher, sorry, like last season I was playing my Crushing Boazon. My Crushing Boazon actually had like, had the means to consistently clear Bale Throne Waves, so that was nice. But here I'm still in the middle of trying to figure out my gear. That's my first priority, and then I need to figure out like how to deal with fire immunes. So right now Chaos and Bale are not feasible, but I can use other locations as a good like leveling. Oh well, I can use other like level 85 areas for like to level pretty quickly. Places like what's it called? Like Maggot Lair and like Mausoleum and whatnot has Sorc meta abusers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not trying to complain on that. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm like, okay, well, to no one's surprise, I mean, I can't really compete with meta while I'm still trying to play. I'm still trying to figure out like how to set up like a fire damage centric character too, right? Like fire damage centric and melee sort of. So, that's still a work in progress. I still got a lot to do. And not to mention, unlike last season, I'm trying to hit them with the 420 lightning, yeah, but then I have to go into melee distance. That's exactly part of the issue that I'm talking about here. Now, part of the other problem too is that I lost my train of thought actually. Never mind me. Yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun with this character. I think it's a pretty enjoyable build to play and also to watch, because like, there's definitely some struggles, but it has a lot of damage potential, I would say, at least. Like, it has been slapping pretty hard. Yeah, it has been hitting pretty hard. And I've also been getting, like, plenty of goodies during my runs, too. So that also has been a big help. All right. Okay. I'm gonna stop here for a second. I think that while I'm... Wait a second. Have I finished muling everything off, actually? No, I haven't. Let's see. Have you thought about Feral Druid using Wizendraw and Hurricane? Feral Druid using Wizendraw and Hurricane. Now, that is a creative idea. No, I actually have not. That's actually pretty smart. Yeah, minus enemy cold 30% cold res? I think there's another one with minus enemy cold res too. Hold on, let me take a look. I think it's not Rift, it's the one that comes before it. Voice of Reason. Here, let me take a look at that real quick. Lemco LL'd. Minus 24% to enemy cold resist. Yeah. Wizendraw could work. Alternatively, yeah, Lemco LL'd for Voice of Reason could also be a pretty good option too. And it also comes with Cannot Be Frozen and extra gold find, so that could be an option as well. Limzor says Feral is my favorite besides Sorc. Feral Rage. Like Feral as in Feral Rage? That is unexpected. I would not have expected... Well, yeah, I just straight up would not have expected that. Alright. Thesaurus's belt. Is it possible to finish the game with some kind of build based on Werewolf? Yeah, of course. It's possible to finish the build, or finish the game with any build, really. It's just a question of how much you want to struggle. That's mainly it. And also how long it takes. I mean, these two things are not the same, right? Like, you can have builds which are difficult to play, but that take a while to clear the game with. Like, I think a good example would be a Skellymancer, right? Like, a Skellymancer is a build where you'll eventually get there, you know what I'm saying? It'll just take a bit of time, but it's easy. But there's other builds, like, I don't know, I guess, I don't have a good example off the top of my head. Maybe, like, Windy Druid? Yeah, I think Windy Druid's a good example. Windy Druid's on the opposite end. I feel like Windy Druid is a bit tougher to play, but you'll clear the game in a pretty quick amount of time. It's just an issue of aiming NATOs, but as long as you land like 1 or 2 NATOs, like you'll kill pretty much everything, which is insane. You also had Wolf in mind when I said Feral. You guys are funny. You guys are making me want to actually try to do a run with Feral Druid. You know, that could be kind of fun as a departure from this character. I'm not bored of this character, but you guys kind of got me hyped. You guys have already inspired me just discussing it. It's like, is it possible to run a werewolf and go through the game? And as fate would have it, I need to get my... what is it called? I need to get the forges anyway, right? Show us your Windhammer again. My Windhammer? Oh, the Eth Windhammer? I want to see the skill points. Sure, yeah. Let me just pull that up real quick. If you just give me like 2 seconds, okay? Is it on this account or is... Actually, it is on this account, I think. Let me switch over to it then. I believe it was like a... I didn't actually get to do very much with it, so... D2-Hades? No. No, not Bales. Zeus? That's Summon. Yeah, one of these days I gotta spend some time really having a renaissance with Druid. Like, I think that I have a little bit more knowledge on how to potentially make... how to make Windy great again, I guess. Or how to make Druid great again. Something of that nature. I don't like to use those words, but yeah, how to make Druids great again. I have a couple ideas there. AI doesn't work well with me on setting it up. Really? Okay, well, give me a second then. I don't know how many points I need to invest into Wolf and Lycan. Yeah, sure. Give me 2 seconds. Ah, here he is. D2-Ares. So you want me to show you this, I believe, and this will be a good opportunity for me to adjust my loot filter too. Let's see. So summoning, I maxed out Heart of Wolverine for raw damage. And then this is my build, basically. I mean, I don't have anything else. I mean, I don't really feel like I need anything else. You should spend a few hours aiming NATO's Game Changer. Well, I might take you up on that one day. Yeah, I might take you up on that one day. I mean, I don't... I'm like a little bit in disbelief about the notion that if I actually practice aiming NATOs that I'll get better at it, because it looks very random, but I should at least try it before I knock on it. And hold on a second, be right back. Hey guys, I'm really sorry about this, but I actually, fuck, I actually have the dip. Something came up, so I got a jet here, and I gotta end immediately. So I'll be back like later, when I'm able to. I hope. Yeah, kind of awkward. My apologies once again. Sorry guys. Yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys later. Thought I had to bang everything in Elemental. You said Wolf and Lycan. So this is the setup for that. Yeah, take a photo and yeah, I guess. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, my bad. Sorry guys. All right, I gotta dip. Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for watching. This is D2D2 signing out.